Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Playing some more Stormworks, build and rescue. So I stopped in at the other port there. I did unload and reload. It did take a while. I have one crate here that expired. I thought I could make it in time. It's tricky. Which one is it? This one says an hour, half an hour, 34 minutes, 92 minutes. This one here expired. The oil container. Yeah, so I just barely fit in here with this machine. So you can't earn research points from containers, sadly. I thought you could, but you can't. I'm still at 20 research points. So what that means is I have to find a different way. So I mean, you only get one research point for the transportation missions. I think you get one research point per person. So it would be like, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It would be like, I think you get one research point per person when you transport them. So it's kind of like a rescue mission, but I just don't know if they spawn in big groups, right? It may end for the transportation side, unlike the rescue side. For me, it would make sense that we would need, like, I don't know, what am I trying to say? At least for the rescue side, I would want a helicopter or something. I just don't think a boat is going to be effective for doing the transportation missions. Like transport, maybe sailing out somewhere and rescuing a ship. Yeah, that totally makes sense. But just for... Alright, so then we're going to unlock that, and I think we're... should be released. Okay, now we're released. Oh, what's going on now? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. There we go. I guess I don't need to reverse out of here. Turn the reverse off. Can I drive that way? Slowly. I'll slowly get out of here. Oh, I just repaired this thing too. Alright, so there we go. This can come down. If it's not locked into place, it'll throw everything out. You see, because it still wants to move. Anyways, okay. It's slow. So the reason why this thing is slow, it's only a single 3x3 cylinder. That's it. There's only one in here. So I'm gonna have to double it up. At least double it up. That'll make it faster. And then I'll be able to put more weight in here. I'm gonna change the brake on the machine. So what was I getting at? Oh yes, container shipping. We can't really do. We don't get research points for it, but it is great money. It's great money. So I can't really complain about that. Here, I want this container. We'll start at the front and work our way towards the back. Yeah, it's really good money. What do we have here? 4 containers at least? You know, that'll be 20, 30,000, something like that. So there are some containers here that are going back to FJ Warner, which is where we're from, FJW. So I'll probably reload those as well. Okay, so then we have to turn bin back on, which I'm going to need a light in the cab for. Unlock that. All right, and then should be able to just grab it here. Oh yeah, there we go. Just like that, I'll reverse. This thing is so cool. So it just needs a little bit of work, and it'll be absolutely even better than what it is. Right, just needs to be a little bit wider. Oh, there we go, delivered. That's 2,000 for that. All right, so I'll just drop it over here. Right, so if I double up on the engine, I'm going to purchase this property as well. If I double up on the engine, it'll go faster, and then I can put more weight blocks on the bottom of this machine. And then it'll have an easier time handling the weight of the containers. All right, and then we'll do this here. It'll be perfect. It'll be perfect. It'll complement that. So we need this port. So I may as well purchase it while I'm here. We need it. Because the ocean-based oil platform is just offshore here, so we're going to need this. This is where we're going to be exporting our oil to, our jet fuel, right? So we now need jet fuel and diesel. We have to send out to this port here. Oh, might have gone too far. Oh, did I go too far? All right, maybe it doesn't want to connect because this here. I can just do that. It's the same. All right. It just needs to grab it here. There we go. Perfect. We just say up and reverse. There's 5. That's 7,000. That's pretty good. But as you can see, we're not gaining any research points for delivering these containers. Sadly, that's all right. It's good money. It's probably equivalent to crab fishing. This with the setup, with the train and that. It's pretty good money. There we go. I was going to skip time and make it daylight, but you know, if I skip time here, it's going to break the containers, and it is nice to have a break from, you know, so far it's been pretty grinding. Most of the gameplay has been just sitting there and grinding in a stationary spot. So one thing I really am enjoying about the train, albeit with the limits that it has, it is definitely fun. And there's, you know, just look at all the things we get to do. Similar to the crab fishing, whatever. But a little bit better with the launchables, the Lunchables. Where are we here? Where are we? Forward a little bit. Oh, did I hit the... I think I did. Oh, there we go. Got it. There we go. Say up. The cabin here is huge. First person in for a little bit here. Oh, there we go. Got 16,000 for that. So now we're at like 26,000. It's too bad that other one expired. Here, I'll plop it over here. There we go. Double stack them. Well, there we go. Look at that. There we go. That's our maximum. Yeah, this thing will be so much better once I do the modifications for it. It's going to make loading and unloading a lot easier. Like I said, I was thinking about the helicopter for the longer distances, but we're not going to need it. As soon as I beef up the engine, double the engine in here, and yeah. Then we'll have the speed. That's what this thing's really missing is a decent top speed. All right, this should come down like that. There we go. The sun's coming up now. Make sure I got that. There we go. Just grabs it, put it up, and reverse. Yeah, I could make it lift taller by putting feet down, like I did with the excavator. I could have feet that fold down in the front and the back just to stabilize it on magnets. And that would be enough to, you know, like it's fast enough here in the port where it's tight. But some of those, as you can see, the rail access is poor, and you have to drive for a little bit. And in those areas where you have to drive, that's where you want the speed, a better top speed. Because I could just carry the container low and go really fast, especially down a road where there's no obstacles and it's safe to do so. All right, and then forward a little bit. There we go. I think this will actually lift both. Yeah, it'll actually lift both. So it's a little daring, but as you can see, I could handle. This thing will handle a lot of volume. I could do 2 at a time, I suppose. I hadn't thought about that. So it just needs a little bit of work, and it'll really make this efficient. This train will be good. All right, so let's get this last container. This is the one that expired. which is all right. And then I'll see if there's a couple there. We'll just load. I'm not going to unload and load. We'll just load. We'll just go to FJW. So that's... All right. And then that could just go forwards. Alrighty. Hop out. Oh, I didn't actually put any fuel in it. Silly me. Okay, well, we'll just reverse. And I'll drop it, and then I'll have to I'll drive over to the... there might be enough fuel in it for it to go back in the bay, actually. Let's see, down. Yeah, and then I can just travel right back to the desert, do the revisions, and maybe what that'll do is that'll reset. It'll have a chance maybe to reset these docks, and I can come back. Try it again. Yeah, we'll leave that unlocked until I load. This is like maximum height. This thing is maximum height. Any taller, and I think I would strike the top of this thing while I'm going through it to train. Nice. So I guess it's kind of multiplayer. See, move the train there. It's kind of multiplayer because you can have somebody in the back here loading and unloading, and you can have somebody, you know, driving the train, and then you need a laborer. Oh, I think I missed. Get that. Did I not make it? I did. Perfect. Okay. Turn that to 0. Turn the boom lock off. There we go. And then turn that on. Turn the spots off. All right. So basically at this point we're unloaded. We're fully unloaded. We're at the end of the line, so I'll turn around and we're just going to go back to the desert and enjoy a little bit of the rails here. Oh, I better check to see. I know the brake was off, but I just better check to see here. So that pretty much made up for the cost, yeah, to buy this port, right? That gave us enough money to buy the port, which is pretty good. The last thing we're going to need is an airfield. So I might purchase the airfield here on the next trip. And that way I can just fly over to this area if I need to. We're going to have one train that stays here all the time. It's going to be longer than this. And it's going to have all the containers which we're going to load onto the ships to export the fuel. Alright, so brakes are off. Turn the brakes off, turn the lights off. We are going forward. Let's see. Throttle up probably to 10. This thing goes fast. 25 RPS is the maximum, and it'll do 120 kilometers at that. So what we need to do is we need to travel now to here. I think we come through here. We're just looping around, and then I'll go back on, I'll switch back onto this track that I'm on now, and we can take that all the way back to the desert. All the switches hopefully should be, we'll find out, but they should be in order. So we can crank this up to 20. We're empty. Give the train a chance to speed up. We can go to 20, about 24, 25 RPS. I love that it has the boat horn. I can't wait to fix that. 130 now. I hope it don't crash. There you go. I like it. It's efficient. It's a good way to travel. For the Stormworks, it works. So now we just got to turn around, and then, yeah, I'll slow down, and we'll go back on the tracks there. Oh, trees. There we go. Did I hit something? Almost. That wolf was almost toast. Absolutely toast. Should have used my... Maybe he thought I was coming into the bay. Alright, so now we'll slow down. I'll throttle back to 10. So I don't know where the switch is. I think the switch is on the other side. It's on the other side. But I should be able to cross over to that outside track. I guess it doesn't matter. They're in both directions. It shouldn't actually matter. From here, I just have to watch that one, but I think it's this way. That one there, because that's going to take us here to there, which is going to take us down and out. Okay, so that's, wow, I got to go this. That's a critical one there. All right. Yeah, as you can see, it just fits. It just fits. I was a little worried because when you build in the desert, there's no height restriction on where you can spawn the trains in. It's a massive build area. So if you're too big, you know. All right, so let's go to 24. Let's see if we can go to 24. And trains, again, they're different than vehicles. Once you sort of have your maximum clutch, we can use the RPS. Okay, good. This is in the right mode. Good, good, good. We can use the RPS to switch. Cool. Now we're cruising. We're doing 130. Oh, I can't wait to change that. That's going to be so fun. It's different. It's definitely a different perspective. Up over the bridge. Turn this off. Turn the heat off. Ah. This is our view. That's cool. Okay, it's coming up. It's coming up. Here we are racing through the valley. Okay, oh, it comes out to a river. Nice. That's nice. Yeah, so we'll go back and we'll do a little bit of work on it, and then we'll see where we go from here, to be honest. I was hoping to get some more research points, but if that's not the case, we're going to have to figure something else out. Probably wouldn't hurt to do a couple of rescue missions. If that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. It is classic career. Yeah, we got 20 research points. I don't even think I can unlock. Oops. I need 30 for jets. So we need 10 more research points for jets. I have a small little helicopter, so I was thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll try and rebuild the helicopter with a modular engine this time instead of the base engine. And maybe that'll give it a little more power so it can be just a bit more stable in the air. It's either that or I build a small little VTOL thing, but I don't really know how to build a VTOL thing, so I think the helicopter will be good. It'll be nice and stable. I'll turn those lights on. I don't know those lights on. This thing cruises. This thing goes fast. I'm impressed. Alright, so this switch that's coming up, we have to make sure that it goes straight. It has to go straight. And that's pretty much the loop. We could loop from from our base, FJW, and then we pass JSI, and then we go to Southport, and then to the Northport. Sawyer South and Sawyer North. So between those 4 ports, if we could still get containers at FJW, I could almost run this at double. Oh, did I switch it? Oh, I caught that just in time. I was pressing the R button instead of E. I was like, oh no, I gotta miss it. I got it. Oh, just in time. There we go. Save it. I'll save it just in case disaster strikes. I hit a cow or something. Well, this is cool. It's all one color. That's so cool. It's like being on the moon. All right, and I think where this is here, and then that's it. We are heading out to sea. To shining sea. Mountain and sea. Oh, mountains over there too. Yeah, so more weight in the tractor, double the engine. It's either double the engine or I could just try and use the gears. We'll see which is better. Doubling the engine doesn't do me well for fuel efficiency, but if I could use the gears to make it faster, that might do a little bit more. The engine works a little bit harder, but not as hard as... Okay, good, that was the right switch. I was just about to have to pull the emergency brake there. Cool. Oh, I see. So if I come off the bridge and I go straight, I can head up north and then go south if I want to. I see. So I can do both directions. That's cool. That's it. Now we're on the expressway. Just cruise, and I mean I've used nothing for fuel. Nothing for fuel. Maybe like $6,000 in fuel, that's it. See if it can handle these sharp turns. Oh nice, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, the other one I had was too wide, and it kept smashing into the sides of the bridges whenever I went through these sharp turns. So I made this one a little bit, not as wide, more narrow. And it worked out really well. That means I could rip through here at full speed. I don't have to slow down. Crossing the ocean. Oh, it's a river barge. Yeah, so maybe what I'll do is I'll just do a couple of rescue missions here and get some research points. That's probably what we'll do. Spice things up a little bit. It's a long journey. But this is it. I mean, by ship, it would have taken us a lot forever. By air, we just don't have the freight capacity yet. This is as good as it gets. This is good. I think we're actually up. Yeah. After delivering all the containers and then buying the dock, I think we're ahead a little bit here. So again, not what I was hoping for. I was hoping that we could get some research points, kind of where we're at now. But I will be coming back to play around with this a little bit more. It's just, we need some research points. Yeah. Got the money problem solved. Got the fuel problem solved. Now we need to solve the research points problem. But there is an oil spill. I can see if we get research points from cleaning up the oil spill. Or if we just get money from that. I can understand the developer's perspective from an oil spill. All you got to do is spill oil and clean it up, and then you get free research points. I don't know. I suppose we can leave it the way it is. I'll have to do some rescue missions. But this thing is absolutely cruising. Absolutely cruising. So once we get to the other side, we're going to come to this junction here, and that's where we want to turn into the port. Over there. There, and this way, we should have all the switches in order. It'll make it easier for the next run. I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna grab a couple of containers, but then I thought, you know, I really want to edit this, and in this mode, I have to get all the way back to. I have to take the train all the way back in order to repair it, because it's so large. I can't use the regular workbenches. It's bigger than the regular workbenches, right? The two engines are a pack. The machine and the other rail car there is a package, and then these is a package. It's all three of them. So if I try and take it into the workbench, it'll say it's too big. I know, one negative, big deal. Yeah, and then this way, when we have the uranium, and if we can haul anything now with this is the train. This is complete. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's trains. That's trains. Nice. Yeah, and I think for as a solo player, you don't want your too many more containers with the length of the vehicle, the loading times, and all that. I just don't think you'll be able to keep up. Though the machine can handle double, so maybe you can keep up. I'm not sure. We can do double though. It just might be a little bit less of a game and more of a chore at that point. Oh, there's the oil rig over there, the refinery. Yeah, I need to see if there's a keep active block on it or not. I just don't know if it's refining when we're not around it. It's so cool. So I guess I kind of went a little ahead here. We don't necessarily need the north, Sawyer North yet. It's kind of, that's like future. We're still in the desert, right? It's a long ways before I'll be able to import, there we go, from there. That's so cool. Having the button up, oh, it's so handy. So I'll put the button in the seat, so I just have to press the seat instead of having to do this every time. Alrighty, and now the next part is somewhere over there, but you can't tell. So what I also want to do is I also want to go into the workbench and see if I can get the railroad tracks to show up on a map, because they don't, like, you know, it shows the same color as the background for all that stuff. That's the art team. Shout out to the art team. I think I have to turn around and then back in. I think that's how this goes. I was thinking putting a boat on this and some winches. And then you could just travel across the continent and then launch a boat if you needed to. Go rescue someone. All right. Start to slow down now, and then I'll remove the waypoint. Yeah, I'll have to switch and then back in. It's probably only a couple kilometers we gotta go. Here it is. There we go. Should be able to back right in now. We are going backwards. I just have to make sure we are going backwards. We're actually going backwards pretty fast. I don't want to go too fast backwards. But we are going backwards. Make sure it can get through the switch track here. All right. I don't like going backwards very much because it's all, you know what I mean? All the cars are pushing against each other instead of pulling. So if there's any kind of like a hiccup or whatever, you know, a skip in the road, there's going to be a catastrophe versus pulling, you know. I do caution this maneuver. All right, so we have returned to the base, safe and sound. Uh-oh. Not want to go that way. Oh, really? Come on, you can do it. Oh, the tractor came off. The tractor came off. See that? The tractor came off. Ay, ay, ay. That's not good. That's not good. Let's see if we can reverse. Too far out to, oh no. Let's see what happens. The entire train might get dragged off the tracks here. Unless it's close enough, I don't know if it's close enough that I can get it back into the workbench from there. I don't think it is. I wonder what I can do in that situation. Huh, it won't let me go backwards anymore. All right, let me see if I can bring it back into the workbench here. I'll have to unload And then use the tractor maybe to push it back onto the tracks. Oh, that's what I can do here. I can do this. I'll unload that. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, I can do this. I'll fill it up with some fuel, and then I'll just drive it over to the workbench and put it in the workbench. And then it'll take everything to the workbench with it. That's funny. I don't know why it disconnected. It just came off there, whatever. Anyways, probably when I switched the tracks. Alright, that's probably a good amount. Let's see, did I release it? I did. Can't get in. You cannot get in it from the other side. Oh, am I not going to be able to start it? If I can get it above 2. Oh, the heat was left on. Oh, come on, you can do it. I have no way of charging this thing up. No, it's not gonna. Oh, and I'm too far away. That sucks. Well, what if I just let's see. Not jump this stupid cable in my head. All right, then I'll just do this maybe. All right, well, I'll get the train onto the other track here now that I can just disconnect it, I guess, and we'll get it in there. That's interesting. So I'll have to go forwards, and then I'll have to switch this one here. All right, so turn off the brakes. Get it out of reverse. And let's switch this. I'll probably came off because I switched the tracks while I was doing it. So I'll go forwards, and then I'll just go forwards, and I'll come back here and I'll switch it by hand. And then just roll straight back. Interesting. Should be able to switch it from Yeah, it did switch from there. All right. Let me help if I turn the brakes off. There we go. That was a lot faster. There we go. Oh, and look at the other rail car. Look, it slid all the way. Oh, man. Oh, here's a disaster waiting to happen, right? Oh, yeah, there we go. Really? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This game sometimes just... It's the littlest, the littlest things, right? Become such the biggest issues. All right, you stay there. You stay there. Am I on fire? Yeah, I'm on fire now too. Whatever. I tell ya. There we go. So we get those back. Those are saved. And then I'll bring the construction train, the tractor in last. All right, we'll get those in. Those are saved. Then we'll get this thing in. Yeah, so this thing here is just a single 3x3. I'll make this longer. I'll expand it a little bit. And maybe we'll do that in the next one. But that's going to do it for today's video. We made it back. Miners, some minor incidents. And now we're ready to roll again. So now we're going to figure out what we can do to earn some research points. That's probably going to involve rescuing people. So that might be the next video. I will definitely see you all then. Thanks for watching.